Larch. It's budding out. Time to repot. So I've got a couple of these I want to do. You can see here I've taken off the top here at some point. And so I'm thinking this must be the new front, but really I'm going to look at the base inside because you have this huge root that's just coming out, and it's, you know, you can see it's empty there, but there's there, but I might be able to tilt this. Depends on what's all in here. So we'll get to work and get that in a new container. So I've got this pot up on the table and realized, look at this, which is great because it means the roots aren't super deep, and then, you know, you got this really strange hole here, but that's great. That means the base is there, and so I can probably get it into a pretty small container. So strange. So here's kind of where I got it down to before I'm going to cut the roots. There's a lot of native soil, like just right below my thumb. This whole area has a bunch of native soil, so I'm really trying to get that out, and I'm leaving this section over here fairly untouched. The soil is okay, it's not great, but you know, I'm going to trim half of those roots off or more, and you can see in here there's a little more chopstick work to do, and it's revealing this really thick buttress right here. Maybe a bit hard to see, but I have, you know, that root and this root, and I'm wondering if I can take those out. We'll see. I mean, then, you know, then I'm dealing with a knob there, so I'll have to kind of consider that. Here's the container I chose for it. It's a cement one. I made a bunch of cement ones this spring, and I spray painted it. You can see it's got a bit of a crack, and so, you know, this one only lasts a couple of years maybe. Unfortunately, some of them did crack, and that's just me learning. But yeah, look, and I love, actually turns out I actually really love this. It adds to this subtle movement that I'm trying to kind of get. And this doesn't go straight up and down, it tilts to the left a bit, but this just draws your attention there. And I did have it to the right at one point, kind of just to open up space this way, but I felt like it was better here. Now I do have it very symmetrical. I mean, the apex is almost off the top and the distances are pretty symmetrical, so I am going to trim in and branch select a bit to direct the growth, right? I don't think I'm going to wire anything here. I think I can just clip and grow for this part. But mostly I'm just thrilled with this sort of base, and you know, there was that little reverse taper in this section from other angles. You can kind of see it here. It kind of bulges in this midsection. And here you really don't see it in the same way. And then this root just holds a bit of that movement. So anyways, I'm quite happy. And I was worried, what about this right out the front? And it's a bit abrasive, but I don't think so. I think it's fine. And so now I just have to do some pruning. Mostly I think I'll reduce some of the apex, pick a few branches in there, and to just allow it to grow and continue on the design. Here's the larch, all finally repotted. This whole back up piece is dead. I haven't done anything with it because I transplanted it and I styled it. So that's really risky to do, but I felt like I had enough roots. And I wanted to get the branches into position. There was way too much vigor up top, and so I had to trim back anyways. And then I just realized, okay, I think I can set the structure. I didn't take off that much. I took off a lot off the top, but overall I didn't take off that much. Yeah. So spruce, had this in the container about, I want to say 2 years. And then, yeah, it's just time for a repot. It's been growing out the base. I think I probably should have done something last year, just to never get to it. And I think I might, you can see there's lots of back budding. So can we zoom in here? Where are we? There we are. Lots of back budding, which is great. So I feel like it's got a lot of vigor in it. So, but we'll see. I want to be able to pull some of this back. So I may do a styling as well. which is not recommended. We'll see what's in the roots. And then as far as the trunk goes, I mean, it's just got some nice, really nice movement. We have to see what's in the base here. This is a little bit of a strange pigeon breast eyesore, and then it's split, so it's really a strong feature. And then you have fairly straight, but it does zigzag, luckily, a little bit. Let's see, so I don't totally know the front. You can see it starts to feel straight here. And there's a kind of a straight section up at the top, depending on which angle you're at. So, you know, maybe it could be something like that. That's pretty enticing. Anyways, I will get it out of the container, see what kind of roots we have. Then I'll be able to start looking at a better angle, see what the base looks like. So the roots, you can see they're really thick, but there's lots of pretty dense roots. I think a lot of this white is the weeds. This looks like it might be from the spruce itself. So it might have already started to kind of grow roots. I'm not sure. Once I pull it apart, I'll find out. But yeah, it's pretty, like that's a lot of roots down the base. So I'm gonna clear off the top just to see what I got. And then I'll start coming off the bottom and see how thin I can kind of get it. So I've got the roots out. I've really carved out like a hole in the center here, in the base. And you know, where the new soil is, you can see it's just filled with nice, big, thick, and small roots. And I've kept a couple areas untouched, which I always like to do. But inside here is all of this, you know, field soil clay. And so I'm getting that all out, which is so great. And it's all just in the core, and then all the roots are here, and they're holding, which is great. It means it's pretty established. So another choice point, though, that I'm coming to is, you know, here, this is all on this big thing, on this big root. And that's sort of the limiting depth factor. This I can fold out. And so my question is, you know, do I chop that or not? You know, there's a decent amount of roots on the bottom, not tons, hopefully more grow right from that spot. And so, and then you look at the top and go, okay, maybe that's these big roots. There's another root attached to this that will keep this whole side alive. Because I was thinking, oh, if that's that whole side, but there's enough roots there. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop that off. So there's the container I chose. It's a little deep. I didn't have anything thinner. You can see I've actually spray painted this cement with a light brown, so it kind of has that feel. Now it's wet now, so the color's a little off, but I really like the movement. You know, that sort of straight section there, the eye picks up this subtle little movement in there. Farther away you don't see it as much, but either way it's not bothering me. And there's a nice movement to the right. And now the top is just a puff ball, not a puff ball, but it's a little point. That's not, you know, this has to be all this has to grow, and I can turn this into a top. You know, I did take off quite a few branches, big ones. I'll go to a clip right now of how much I took off, but here's how much I took off. You know, it's more than I would have liked. I don't know, 30% of the tree, but I'm really happy because I got to reduce all this vigor. Really important to get these covered. It was already starting to put sap, and I think spruce, though, you know, just bleed a lot, and so that sap can just really kind of wreck the tree. You know, it's got a lot of drooping branches. There's a couple I didn't wire. You know, it's risky, right, to repot and wire, but I felt like there was a good enough root base, and I had so much vigor in all of these little buds everywhere. You know, they're everywhere. You look up here, that I think is going to push out a nice push, and I wanted to direct that. I didn't want just all to go to the top and then these to still kind of straggle a bit. But you know, we'll see how many of these little branches will survive. It's so droopy, right, particularly now since I've bent some of those down. So yeah, I like to put putting some fir bark in my so like almost shredded fir bark in my soil mixture, and it seems to be holding it together better with the peat, perlite, and worm castings. And the worm castings float to the top a bit, so you get a lot of white. But then I put this on to sort of protect the roots, to kind of hold the soil in place while it establishes. But there's actually a nice nabari that will slowly start to appear. You know, as I water a little more, it's just going to slowly start to appear. So that'll be able to come down a bit. Anyways, but yeah, nice movement. You know, too many big branches like this branch, this branch, this branch, this branch, all are gonna have to come off. But I just wanted to like let this one, you know, grow out before I take that one off. And I just don't want, if it was already repotted, then I wish it would have snip, and force the growth. But you know, I've got other little new shoots coming off the main trunk, and so yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.